Welcome back to the channel. Cmmg seems to be hitting the market again. It seems like we go through little phases of the Cmmg 22 long rifle conversions from an AR15 to a 22 long rifle, and it seems to be hitting real popular right now because the 5.56 ammo is hard to find. So a lot of people are wanting to practice with 22 long rifles on the AR-15s. Well, I'm going to give you my take on the last time I went through this was probably about 2 years ago, where I wanted to shoot 22 long rifles through an AR-15. It was quite a bit of work trying to find the right ammo to work in a 223 or a 5.56 barrel. This was originally a DPMS AR-15 that I had bought years ago, and I've already got several, so I didn't need any more. But I wanted to shoot 22s out of it, and I was having trouble finding the right ammunition. Now, what I did is systematically tried every single ammo that I've got, and what happened was none of them were grouped, and I'm very particular on making sure I've got good groups. So I went through a process of thinking of what to do. More research, watched a lot of YouTube, and there seems to be only about maybe 2 or 3 videos out there of people that have actually installed a dedicated barrel on their dedicated AR-22. The twist rate is wrong on the 5.56. The 1 in 10, 1 in 7, 1 in 9, 1 in 8, all those twists are not sufficient to stabilize a 22 long rifle bullet. But a 1 in 16, which is the standard twist rate on most 22s, is exactly what you need to stabilize a bullet. So let's start with what I did to this rifle. We're going to start with what I did to the barrel first. Okay? What I did is I ordered a Premier Cmmg barrel. Now, originally, or I should say the original barrel, had a dink in it. Something to do with the manufacturing, I'm not sure, but every time I ran a cleaning cloth, I could tell there was a spot that was loose and then tight. Hit it again, it was loose and it was tight. So I called Cmmg, and they said, send the barrel in, we'll get you another one. So I did. And by the way, it comes in a really, really nice tube, all bubble wrapped, inside and outside, and you get a really nice 092 bull barrel. Kind of heavy, but exactly what you need. So anyway, they sent me another one. They have excellent customer service, and I believe it was through Optical Planet. They really, really were helpful and informative, and helped me get this little problem resolved very quickly. So anyway, so that was the barrel that we put into it. Okay, I'm not going to go through how to remove an AR-15 barrel. There are plenty of people out there explaining how to do it, but be careful. Just follow the instructions. It's not that hard to replace the standard 5.56 barrel with a dedicated Cmmg 22 long rifle 1 in 16 twist bull barrel. Okay. All right. The next part is this. Now, Cmmg sells a kit. I believe this is the Bravo kit. I may be wrong on the title of it, but when you order the Cmmg Conversion Kit, basically this will replace your bolt carry group. This particular one comes with 3 magazines. So I think it's pretty good. But because I originally tried the 223 or the 5.56 barrel, it comes with this adapter that basically replaces the 223 shell. Since we're going with a dedicated barrel, this needs to be removed. Okay, you no longer need that. So when you order your barrel, you will order this adapter that goes into your Cmmg adapter, and this adapts the barrel, so you don't need this 223 shell on the end of it. For those of y'all who want to know how hard is it to replace that, I'm just squeezing the spring. I'm compressing the spring, and with my thumb I'm going to push out on that adapter, and I'm going to put in the ramp. Goes to the bottom, and that's it. This will fit into the barrel. So the next part is dropping this in. And that's it. It is ready for your 22 long rifles. Alright, after I installed the barrel and I installed the Cmmg converter, the next thing that you need to do is find out what ammo you prefer. Every barrel is going to be different. In this case, this barrel preferred the Mini Mag. Now I went through Aguila, Federal, Winchester, Remington, and I tried different weights. And in Remington has different speeds, different coefficients. You just got to go through the gauntlet of finding out what your barrel likes. Now, if you watch some of my other videos, you can see where I put multiple stickers. Each sticker represents different ammo, and I'll shoot that at 25, and then stretch it out to 50, and stretch it out to 75, stretch it out to 100. A lot of people say, well, why don't I do it in reverse? Why don't I just find out what hits at 100? Yeah, but some ammo, and I've seen this, and I don't know if your eyes are good enough to do this, but my eyes can see that some ammo hits good at 75 because it twists in the air, and I can actually see the bullet. Those are the bullets that you don't want to use. If your bullet is twisting before it gets to target, it can be consistent, but it's not what you want, because that twist may be a 6-inch difference. So try to avoid that ammo. And at the time that I found out what this rifle liked, I did not try the hollow points, and I have not tried the subsonic, because we're going to cover one more thing that I did to this rifle because of some research that I did. Okay, and that's the trigger. Alright, the research that I did saying that you cannot go too light on the trigger assembly. In other words, remember, this is a rim fire and it has to strike the rim. The standard AR15 trigger spring has enough energy to strike that correctly. You can get some light primer strikes if your competition trigger has a light strike spring or hammer spring. You don't want to go too light on it. This is a Rise 120, so it is a very, very, very light trigger, but it's heavy enough to work on this. Now, if I start having trouble, I'm going back to the standard AR15 trigger and just put this one on another AR15. But you've got to experiment with that part of your trigger. Okay, now we're going to cover scopes. Depending on what you're going to do with it, you can do a red dot, you can do an aim point. I tried a 4-power, didn't like it, couldn't get up close enough. I can't see the detail on it. You'll see what kind of accuracy this thing can do with these mini mags. But I decided to go with my favorite, the center point scope. It has enough mil dots so that I can take notes, and know exactly what mil dot to use at each specific distance. I'm going to get a little bit more specific. I'm going to probably chart out not just 25, 50, 75, and 100. I want to get in between, because there is a point of extreme drop, let's say between 75 and 100. I want to chart that and take notes, so that if I have to take a raccoon or something at that distance, I want to know exactly where that bullet's going to go. In other words, if between 75 and 100 I've got a 6-inch drop, that could miss a raccoon. So I want to know what mil dot or what power setting I need to be at, so that mil dot is perfect. Or you can multiply that by 3. So I want to know exactly where I'm at between those 6 inches. It just has to be a little bit tighter. Also, I may go with an ATX Cci 2 on this rifle for a while. I'm still debating that. I hope this helps out on your AR-22 project. I hope this information is going to help you save a little money, because to me this was a cheaper route because of all the extra parts that I already have here. Before I forget, you can go with the slick side. You don't really need all this forward assist. The forward assist really doesn't do anything on the Cmmg. They do have an adapter that can go behind the Cmmg so that the forward assist will help, but really it's not that necessary. Now let's get to the nitty gritty and find out what this thing can do with the Cci Mini Mag. Alright, well, as you can see, got a little bit of flyer there, but that's what that rifle can do. Now that's a bull barrel, I forgot to mention that. It's a bull barrel, 1 in 16 twist. The handguard I picked up at a gun show. The guy just had a bunch of extra ones and he gave me a great deal on it. There's a guy that he's always at the gun show, and he always has a bunch of AR15 stuff. So I picked up things for backup, since he's got always some good prices there. And I picked up that little bird cage. I called it a bird cage, probably wrong, but anyway, yeah, I'm happy with it. It's extremely accurate. I mean, one of those may have been a cold barrel, and then all of a sudden it just starts going to town as far as accuracy. I'm trying to build up more confidence in it, since there's not a whole lot to talk about this rifle. It was a work in process. It took a while, a lot of frustration, but then finally I just said to myself, the heck with the trying to make it work with the 223 barrel. So that's when I went ahead and just decided to go dedicated AR-22. I mean, I could have gone out and bought one of the Smith & Wessons and stuff, but the challenge is it makes it that much more interesting. And then when you finally accomplish something like this, I mean, you are just so happy and excited that you've got a gun that you put together and it worked for you. Hope that helps you out. Don't forget to hit that notification button, subscribe, tell your friends about that, share this video, and if you have anything you want to know about it, let me know, and I will answer any question you've got on this rifle. And all the research that I did, I will share it with you. For now, shoot straight. See you guys. Bye.